What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Halucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another spilling the NXT top 5 handy dandy notebook. Normally I do AEW first and then I do NXT, but I got home. I was on my NXT wave. I got to actually see NXT, um, so I watched that. I normally watch AEW like on YouTube or something like that, but I didn't see it on there. So I'll probably just watch it tomorrow. So I'll get you some NXT life going on, which was, as always, a better show than Raw because I don't understand what they do on. I don't be know what they be doing on Raw, but obviously top 5 something has to go. I don't think anything was on the show, I don't think there was anything that didn't make the list. They just had there was like a couple of segments I'll go through, and then I think there were actually 5 matches on the. Oh, there was one match that didn't make the card, but it was sort of more of a segment stuff, and I still enjoyed it. So before we get to the top 5, let's talk about that. Um, oh, I got so many arrows going all over the place. Oh my god. See, these are my handy dandy notes. I don't even know what's going on in these notes. One thing that happened: Xia Li murdered some girl. I think I was on my phone. I looked down, and then I just heard commentary say, "Oh, she just socked her in the face." It was like, and she's already down. I looked back up. She punched her in the face, and she hit her kick thing, and then she won. I was like, okay, cool beans, collard greens. And then she went to go out the ring, and then the lady person had her hand up. So apparently that means beat them up some more. So she did. So she went in there. She tied the girl up. She said, "Pop, pop, 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 pop." Popped her in the face or popped her in the chest a couple of times. And then she went to turn back, and her hand was still up. I was like, "Oh, she wants more of the smoke." So Xia Li kneed her straight in the face. I was like, "Damn!" That was great. So that was great stuff. And then also they had an interview with. They had a couple of segments. They had one that I'll talk about in a second, but they had another one with Thatcher and Champa. They're gonna be in a fight pit next week, so they just pretty much just talked about the fight pit. They said that Thatcher's undefeated, even though he's only been in one. So I guess technically, I guess that still checks out. He's been in one and he's undefeated in it, so he is undefeated in the pit fight. He was really cool. He was calm, collected. He was like saying from the beginning, he was like, "Yo, I never had a problem with you. I was just trying to educate the young people, and I guess that was Ciampa's problem. Is saying him educating is more being a bully." He said him as a technical wrestler. He said he's fantastic. He's one of the best, but him as a teacher, he's trash. So I guess he's gonna teach him a lesson in respect. And then they had some other ones about what's his name? Not Infamy, the other one that he beat him. Infamy, Scarlet and Cross. That's his name. He had a a little segment thing, like a promo. He had one with Scarlet, and then also Raquel had one with what's his face? Rhea. Okay, top 5. Numero cinco. What do I got? Grizzled Young Veterans versus Everrise. I have an arrow pointing there, but I don't know why the arrow's there. Anyways, this match was part of the Dusty Classic. It was a solid match. It was nothing bad about the match. It was good stuff. Grizzled Young Veterans are great. Everrise showed that they are they're a good tag team, and they deserve that respect that they need. I didn't expect them to win, obviously, because it's Grizzled Young Vets. They keep making a point that Grizzled Young Vets um, they were the finalists last year. I think they lost to what did it, Undisputed. Did they lose to Undisputed Era? They might have lost to Undisputed Era, who were probably tag team champions last year. I think. I think that's the thing. No, was it them? No, because they only won one time, and that was the time that Pete Dunne turned on them. So who won last year? Whoever won last year, that's who they beat. Oh, was it Ricochet and was it Ricochet and Aleister Black? I don't remember. I don't remember what happened. But so yeah, so this is theirs to maybe win. I the thing that's going on with Undisputed Era right now with the tag team champions makes it sort of seem like Undisputed Era might win this. Or maybe they'll just get their tag titles another time down the line. I don't know. But I don't know. This was a solid match. It just seemed like a little bit that like the met what they were doing was good, but it just seemed like they weren't 100 together. They weren't like 100% together, but it was still good. It was like like all those Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, and like Street Profits matches. It's like they're good, but it's like they're just starting to warm up to each other, like to get it in. And like if they like had a couple more matches together, the more they have the matches, the more it would be better or something like that. That's how I feel. Like this one, like it was good, but maybe like when they get in the ring more together, it will be better. And they both kind of are heels, and they're like working heels against heels, and it's a whole thing. So so yeah, but it was still a good match. Grizzly Young Veterans won with uh, the highway to hell, stairway to heaven, highway to stairway to hell, something, whatever that finish. Oh, Ticket to Mayhem. Wow, I wasn't even close. Ticket to Mayhem. That's what their finish is called. So they went with that for the three. Good stuff. Number four is where I also have the arrow pointed towards that thing. Oh, which is there's another. Oh. Oh. Why did I put that aside? Okay, so number four is Candice versus Shotzi Blackheart with Indy Hartwell. Okay, now I see what I did there. So Candice and Shotzi, they had a good match. Shotzi came out with her tank. This opened up the show. They so it's kind of hard. They're both like really like they're like wild, like wild. I don't want to say reckless isn't the word. They're controlled mayhem, controlled mayhem. Uh, Shanti likes to like run all over the place and like do crazy stuff. She's very creative in the ring, but it's like I think I saw her. She did like a suicide dive, and like every time she does it, she scares me because like it feels like she's always almost about to miss. And she did that with even with her and Candice and Indy like on the outside, and she did like a suicide dive. She like went diving in like this, like she was about to dive into a pool, and almost missed, and it scared the living heck out of me. But besides that, this match was really good. It was good. Candice, of course, wins. The reason why this match isn't higher is because, like, as always, like, it happens all the time. They cheat to win, and they're so good. They don't need to cheat. It's so good. And I guess I could talk about number three because same people is Gargano versus Dexter Loomis. They're both really like everybody in the match was really good, but it's like they always I don't like when you need to cheat to win, especially when you don't need to cheat to win. Like Candice LeRae is like fantastic. She doesn't need Indy Hartwell to win. Johnny Gargano is fan flippity tastic. Doesn't need. This is a guy who used to like when he was facing Adam Cole for the NXT Championship, was cooking out of all the finishers in the book. Beat every like beat up a 4-on-1 handicap match against everybody on the Undisputed Era, and then still came out NXT champion at New York. But for some reason, you need help from Dexter Loomis. I don't get it. But this match was still fantastic. That match was still good. The Candice Shotzi match was still good. Again, both matches just like tampered with getting help. Honestly, the reason why Candice and Shotzi is number four is Mostly because this happens all the. It seems like this is the thing that keeps happening every time they face each other. Shanti loses because of Indy Hartwell, and again Shanti loses because of Indy Hartwell, which is why this is number 4. Uh, the reason why, mostly the reason why this is number 3 is because of the segment with Gargano, which was hilarious. By the way, Shanti and Ember are both in the Dusty Cup, as well as Candice and Indy Hartwell. Uh, Shanti said that she is gonna try to not have Candice win, so she's gonna team up with an old friend in War Games, and it was Ember Moon. But Gargano comes. He talks about his wifey winning, but things not being good for him last week, and he was saying it was like he wasn't prepared, he wasn't dressed, and all this other stuff. And then my guy Austin Theory comes out, the goofiest smile. He was like, "Hey, I got a present for you, buddy." He was like, "Present from who?" He was like, "Oh, from that one tall weird guy." He was like, "Dexter Loomis." He was like, "Yeah, present from him." He was like, "Oh my God, you opening present?" He opens it up, and it's a picture of Johnny Gargano crying, and then and then and then Timothy Thatcher starts laughing at him. He's like, "Hey," or not Thatcher. I looked down at Thatcher. I meant to say Theory. Austin Theory looks down and he starts laughing at him. He's like, "Hey, that kind of looks like you." He was like, "Oh, that's funny." He was like, "Yeah, it's kind of funny." He was like, "That's not funny." He was like, "Yeah, it's funny," and he like throws it. He was like, "Hey, yeah, see, yeah, here's one of you." And then he like start and like gets all sad. He was like, "Oh, that's not nice. That's so mean." He was like, "Oh yeah, you don't like it now, do you?" He was like, "Kick his ass," and then they had the match. That was hilarious. And then they had the match. Dexter Loomis was killing it. Athletic. He does his little nip up, leg drop thing. Did you hear that? That was my knee that cracked. Oh my God, I'm old. Never get old, guys. It sucks. Um, yeah, he does the leg drop. I would do it, but I'm old. I can't do it like I used to back in the day. That was good stuff. In the end, though, unfortunately, again, uh, Austin Theory, he like gets in there, he tries to help, and Dexter Loomis like knocks him off, and then Johnny Gargano hits him with the roll up, deep roll up for the 1, 2, 3. He wins. Dexter Loomis is like, "Oh no, you didn't," and then he went and he catches Austin Theory in the silencer, and then Johnny Gargano comes. He like attacks him, and then out comes Kushida with some gangster pants on. I love those pants. His pants were caught on fire. He put him in the hoverboard lock, and then he looks at the title. He's like, "Ooh, I want the title." And then I think him and Leo. I feel like him and Leo Ruff are low key going to beat Gargano and Austin Theory. It's going to be a good tag team match. They're not going to go all the way, but they're going to beat the way. That's what I feel like. And then maybe triple threat match for NXT North American Championship. Uh, Number 2. Numero dos. Isaiah Swerve Scott and whatever his name is, Jake Atlas, versus MSK, who are in fact the Rascalz. Yes, they are the Rascalz. They made their debut, and they were killing it. I don't remember what their actual names are. It's Desmond Bryant and the other one, or Desmond Bryant, Desmond Wolf. I know Desmond's one of them. I don't know the other one. Yep, I'm about to look it up. I think one is named like Swirly now, Swirly or something like that. Sway Lee. This is what I get for not looking stuff up. All right. Kyrie Sanes on Twitter. So sorry. NXT. WWE NXT. Man, I should actually really follow them too. Up, here they are. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Uh-huh. I don't know their real names now. I know their names, but I don't know the names they gave them. Anyways, MSK. Um, They're fantastic. I love everything about them. Um, I don't know who they're facing in the next round, but whoever it is, it's gonna be great. Wow. All right. No. Up there. Wow. Oh, so it's Desmond Xavier. I don't know why I kept saying Desmond Alexander. Desmond Xavier, Zachary Wentz. Uh, what are their names though? They're not gonna tell me. Wesley and Nash Carter. Wow, those are great names. Says nobody ever. So Wesley is Desmond Xavier, and Nash Carter is Zachary Wentz. So the Rascals are there. Um, this was just a lot of fun. I enjoyed everything about this. Um, Desmond Wesley. I'm just gonna call him Desmond. He does his thing where they're on the outside and he does like his, he does the springboard, suicide, tope suicido thing, lands on his feet. Uh, Mike Vick, Vic Joseph thinks he's slick, says, um, the rascals are said these rascals are high flying, because on impact they're the rascals. Now they're MSK, but he said these rascals are high flying because they're the rascals. Anyways, I thought that was great. Um, yeah, this is good stuff. I liked it. They did a thing where Zachary, Nash Carter, Nash Carter, he went to do a like a standing moonsault, but he was like by his feet area, so he went to start it, and Desmond like pushed him over and caught him full body. That was fire. Um, they did they did another spot that was lit too. Let's see if I can look it up. They did another they did a spot. Is this it? Nope, that wasn't it. They did another spot towards like the end, which was nasty. I forgot what it was, but they just showed off. They just showed off a lot of their stuff. I liked it. I like Zachary. Um, of course, Swerve and Atlas. They got their stuff in there. Um, Zachary went to do. They were doing like flippy stuff, and Zach got caught in like that flatliner. Like he does this rolling flatliner thing. Atlas Swerve caught him with one of those. Um, they caught Swerve in a nice like a poison Rana type thing with their finish to end it. They were really aggressive. Atlas and Swerve, they were really aggressive. They seemed to be on the same page. Every time Swerve would do something, Atlas was like right behind him. He was like, "Yeah, no, no, we in it. We in it to win it." So that was good stuff. I can't wait to see what Rascals got on NXT. They probably aren't gonna win. I assume they're gonna get at least to the semifinals. Maybe against probably Imperium and or Lucha House. But Imperium is definitely gonna be Imperium. So that match with them and Imperium is gonna be fire. So they're gonna probably face. Oh, are they gonna do them and Grizzled Vets like they've probably been wanting to do for a minute? I know they've been wanting to do that for a minute. So they might do that, or they might do them in um Undisputed Era, because I know that they might want the babyface heel thing. And let's be real, Undisputed Era is Undisputed Era. So I don't know, but hey, if we get Undisputed Era versus MSK too, like sometime down the road, I'd need all that in my bones. And MSK versus Brizango and them in the tag team division now. It's made it so much better. Um, but yeah, that was good. That was good stuff. I like the assisted moonsault. Uh, is this something? I wish I remember. They did something else that was so not that was so clean. and I was like, oh, nice. I forgot what it was. Darn it. I'm not gonna remember, and I kind of want to look it up, but it's not there. But as I remember, your number one, uh, as they announced that there's more Dusty Classic things that Caden Carazar- Casey Canzaro and Caden Carter, who did a promo, they're going to be in a match against the unlikely team of Tony Storm and Mercedes Martinez, two people who wants to be NXT Women's Champion. Um, and then they have other Dusty Classic matches. I think it's The Way and Leon Ruff and Kushida. I think that match is next week. And then I think Lucha House Party and Legado de Fantasma. I think that match is next week, which is yes, please. And then the Fight Pit, which is the main event, which well, I'm assuming will probably be the main event. So those are those matches that are next week. And then number one, as you would probably have guessed it. Oh my God, what? Man, I wish I can see what. Darn it. Anyways, number one is Undisputed Era versus Breezango, plus all the stuff that happened before. Finn Balor comes out, says that hey, he respects Kyle O'Reilly, but hey, he's number one. He still beat him. Anybody else who wants the smoke, come get the smoke. And then of course Pete Dunne comes out with 1-2 punch. He said that they're better than him. Well, he's better than him. He's gonna take the title from him. All of this stuff. And then they all jump him. And then Undisputed. Well, Kyle O'Reilly comes out, helps Finn Balor, and then they start beating up him. And then the rest of Undisputed Era, Adam Cole and Roddy Strong. Well, not rest of them, just those two come out because I think Bobby Fish again is injured as always. Comes out there, helps him out. They take him out, and then they all just kind of look at each other weirdly, and then they have a message was saying, "Hey, they're not gonna do anything." There was because I guess they were concerned that they're gonna do something because they said they was earlier. He's like, "We're not concerned. They're not gonna do anything because I'll be out there to make sure he doesn't." So the match happens. Match is great. I love Breezango. See me, I'm a fan of like Uno. I'm a fan of Up Up Down Down. So uh, Adam Cole, Chugs, and Breezy are on Up Up Down Down. They're part of Left Right Left Right. They do the Uno part of the party, and Adam Cole did his lot of respect, lot of respect. He did that to Breezango, who's like, hey, they're good. We got a lot of respect from, lot of respect, lot of respect. But you're gonna win, and then they start off the match together, and then they do the things. They both do almost like super kick each other, but they stop. They just like nod each other, and then Breeze goes, lot of respect, lot of respect. And I'm like, I get it, lot of respect, lot of respect. But anyways, this match was really good. Lots of back and forth stuff. Um, as you expect, Pete Dunne and tag team champions beat up Kyle O'Reilly to come down there. He tries to help him out, beats him up. Then Finn Balor comes back out here and tries to even the odds. And thought that Undisputed Era was gonna lose. I ain't even gonna hold you. Uh, you know what's crazy about this match that I just realized? Like Roddy and Breezy and like Roderick Strong and like Breezango, like they didn't really clash, and neither did Adam Cole and Fandango. It was mostly Adam Cole and Breeze and um, um Roderick Strong and uh, Fandango because they went in there, they did their stuff, they did their lot of respect, and then Roddy and Fandango went in there. They did some technical stuff, hard hitting stuff like slamming each other. And then when they did the hot tag, like, and then they was in there, they tagged each other in, and then Adam Cole had upper hand on Breezy, and then when he like kicked him in his mouth, They tagged each other in, and then Roddy got the hot tag on Fandango, and he did this little running thing on Tyler Breeze. He did that, but he did his backbreakers and all the good stuff like that. So they didn't really get a lot of that continuity stuff, but I mean it was still good. But anyways, like I was saying, they beat him up. Adam Cole was watching and noticed that it was like, oh, they're really beating him up, and then Roddy did the thing where he tried to do the thing where he slammed the body on the outside, but it kind of didn't work. He's the only one that kind of went on the outside. Um, on Breezy went out there, um, and then he tried to get in on with himself, but get on with himself. Wow, he tried to hype himself up. Tried to take out Fandango. Fandango reversed it, kicked him, super kicked him. And then he wants to go on the top rope. He wants to do his leg drop. Nope, super kick to mouth. 1, 2, 3, undisputed era. Of course, still wins. And he goes in there. He tries to check on uh, his boy Kyle O'Reilly, whose mouth is just busted because Pete Dunne kicked his mouth in. So yeah, that was the show. Yeah, it was great. It was fantastic. Way better than Raw. I'm glad I didn't even talk about Raw. Forget Raw. Yeah, that was good stuff. I enjoyed all of that. The whole bit from when Finn got in there, when they beat him up and then everybody helped him, and then towards the end, Finn came back and helped him. There seems to be a lot of mutual respect between Finn and Kyle O'Reilly now. So they're still keeping Kyle O'Reilly in that mix while Adam Cole and Roddy Strong does tag team stuff, which is good. And then so they're this is what I like. You got the Dusty Classic, which has all the tag teams doing their things to try to get to 1-2 punch, while you also still have Undisputed Era, who's also in the Dusty Classic, who wants to win the Dusty Classic, but also want to face against them, so they can beat him up for keep messing with Kyle O'Reilly and become tag team champions. And then you got Pete Dunne, who wants Finn Balor, who wants Pete Dunne, who wants Kyle O'Reilly, who wants Pete Dunne, who wants Finn Balor. It's all good stuff. It's just a bunch of greatness in there. Bunch of greatness. Um, did I mention any? Oh, I was gonna say, was there any women in here? It was Candice and Shanti. I forgot about that. No NXT Women's Champion, and for a time like that, is you'd even need the NXT Women's Champion. Like on Raw, for the Raw Women's Champion, you needed Asuka, but there was no EO, and it was all right. They talked about it. Um, yeah, this was a good show. Very good. I would give this show. I'd give it about a B plus. I don't think it was better than last week. I think that if it was, if there wasn't as much interference, because there was the interference in the Candice Shanti match. There was interference in the Gargano Loomis match, and then there was interference in the main event. There was 3 interference in the show. Yeah, cause yeah, 3 interference in the show. 3 out of 5 of the matches were interference matches. It was interfered and stuff like that. So if there was a lot less interference, this show would have been way better. But it was still a good show. There's still good stuff on the show. So B plus, good stuff. Can't wait till next week to the other tag team matches. I wonder if they're gonna do more women stuff for the women for the tag teams, or they're just going to be those 4 teams. If there's just those 4 teams, you might have could have lived without it, but I'm hoping that there's more. At least they have a whole bunch of women on the roster. They could do Io and Raquel. They could bring in the Riots. Um, they could bring in whoever, Naomi and Tamina. I don't know. But what did you guys think? Let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one.